You see how Vanessa looking right here? That was my face this entire episode. Like, what the?
All of this, it's just.
Can we please? I was looking so disgusted this whole time.
I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
Next season, please. I said this before and I'm going to say it again. We need to get a new host, y'all. We need a new host. And if we don't replace Tommy 100%, right, at least get an additional person on the show to balance things out, because there was a lot of slip and sliding on this season, okay? Through this reunion, I'm like, so you just gonna let that slide, Tommy? Oh, you just gonna let it go? Oh, that's all you got to say? Girl, call this show Slip and Slide Records, girl. You can slide, you can slip, you can slip, you can slide, you can slip and slide, or whatever you want to do in here. You can do that, okay? Anyway, hey, y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective. We are here to talk about season 9 of Ready to Love. This is reunion part 2, and girl, it was a mess. Okay, it was a mess, and we about to get into it. So we coming up off the heels, right, of the whole blowout with Alexis, her carrying on and embarrassing herself and her mama and them on TV in 4K, okay? And Tommy makes some sort of speech about, how Alexis conducted herself. Child, what you was gonna do? Nothing. All right, we're moving on, okay? So we get to Lamar. We start talking about Lamar's package, and I really did not like how people were handling him. I felt like they handled this jokingly. And honestly, Lamar was someone who I would not trust to be alone with. Like, that's how how high the levels of creepiness were with Lamar. And I just feel like we were just joking about it. I didn't like that. I didn't think that it was appropriate. Anyway, Lamar says he didn't want to talk about boring things. So he wanted to hop in and see if the women were spontaneous and, would they skinny dip? Would they follow me? Like, we don't even know you, sir. We're just trying to get to know you. He said, I'm tired of having all these boring conversations. Okay, so find fun ways to get to know somebody. But why does it always have to be about sex? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, every conversation with these men was about sex or something inappropriate for just meeting someone. And that's what I really needed the host to hold him to the fight. Like, he tried to do a little something. I saw he was trying to do a little something like, don't you need to change up your approach just a little bit? But man to man, like, you creeping women out. That's what you're doing. Like, that's what I was expecting or hoping. Not even expecting, because I don't expect much from Tommy. But just that's what I was hoping, right? So anyway, Patrice says, well, I don't know how he could talk to women like that. He needed to be talking to a woman from Harry Hines. And I was like, now who is Harry Hines? Okay. But apparently Harry Hines is the street in Fort Worth that is known for prostitution. Now, I feel like every area or every city has that kind of thing. I know in Orlando, Florida, it's called OBT, Orange Blossom Trail. That's a long street, but baby, you get into that one little pocket on OBT, and anybody who's from Orlando, y'all know what I'm talking about over there. Right before you get to the Florida Mall, child, it get a little dicey in that thing, okay? Get a little dicey, all right? Anyway, so I feel her. I feel like every city got one of them streets. Anyway, y'all put y'all street down in the put the street y'all know of down in the comment section. Anyway, we're moving on. So we get to Jonathan's package, and Jonathan is he is also another unsettling person to me. And I was going up for Jonathan in the beginning of this season. I was like, he seems like he's a nice guy. He seems decent. He was married before and was only telling certain women. And when Mieka was asking him about it, he just allowed her to think that he had a baby mama when it was actually his wife, and he never corrected her. So we get back to asking him, because they show the package of that, and then they ask him, okay, so why did you allow that? Like, why didn't you just tell Mieka that was your wife and not your baby mama? And he was like, you know what, that was the narrative she ran with, so I was just gonna let her think whatever she wanted to think. So that is precisely what we as women have experienced from men. The omission of the truth. It's like, I'm not lying to you, but I'm not correcting you with the truth. I'm gonna let you think whatever you want to think because it benefits me. And I'm just like, Jonathan, why? That is such an alarming red flag. Like, just, that is such a flying red flag to me. They show us the clip. We recap on the clip about when Jonathan pulled on Alexis and put it in his lap and did all that just inappropriate stuff, embarrassed the girl. She really just felt a type of way. He said he was looking for a way to spice up the party because it was boring. Now we see Mieka on the side nodding her head. So I was like, the party was boring? I mean, quiet as it's kept, the season was a little dry, so I can see it being boring. But anyway, because there wasn't really true friendship, there wasn't really true connection like that. It wasn't like in other seasons, and y'all get down in the comments and tell me what you think. In other seasons, you can see camaraderie, you can see friendship, you can see at least that there wasn't real connections happening, there was at least friendships happening. None of that was going on in this season. I mean, it was still messy and very entertaining to me, but it was none of that camaraderie, right? Anyway, so Jonathan apologizes, says he's not going to do that again. And honestly, girl, I wouldn't touch Jonathan with a 10-foot pole, child. He's attractive, but Anyway, we get into the confessional booth. Lamar just was like, I'm just trying to hold you. Get out of here. At your big ass age. Patrice in the confessional. Patricia. That's the girl who got voted off that first night. She was like, I was right about every guy on this show. She should have gave us a rundown, at least. I mean, if you was going to say that. Anyway, this Glenn fool. I don't know why they keep showing us this. Why y'all keep showing us this Glenn fool? I don't care about him. If he did not show up, he should not get any airtime, period, okay? We find out that it's a small world after all, okay? And they show us him and Koshia on this little quote-unquote movie date or whatever. I guess they transformed the backstage to make it seem like it's a movie date or whatever. So they eating popcorn, and they're talking about who people know and such, and Koshia apparently has a big family. And apparently Glenn dated Koshia's cousin, Shamika, in high school. We don't care. We do not care. This was a waste of my time and yours. Anyway, but whatever. We get to the conversation back on stage. Jonathan, Alonzo, I can't remember who else was on stage, but specifically Tommy is asking about feet. And when I tell you this conversation went so left, so fast, why are we talking about this? Why are we placating to what these nasty behind men? Please, they nasty, y'all. They are nasty. And I don't want to talk about it. I do not want to talk about this. They showed a recap of Jonathan talking about he lick it all. He put it in his mouth. He licking it from the front to the back and all this other stuff. And Alonzo's like, yeah, I love feet. And he's sticking his tongue out, being gross and just so inappropriate. And I don't understand why we were having this conversation. Why? Okay. Anyway, so, Alonzo says, man, that wasn't me. That's not who I am. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Everybody shaking their head like, yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, again, so weird. So weird. And instead of swerving to talk about something else, Tommy leans into it.
All of this, it's just...
We need a new host, y'all. We need a new host. Tommy leans into it. All the women are looking petrified. I'm looking disgusted. I was just like, oh my God, why are we doing this? Please stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Okay. Anyway. Tommy leans in, asks the man who has the sexiest feet. Please don't do that, Tommy. Jonathan says, oh, Vanessa has the sexiest feet. Vanessa's like, yes, thank you. But don't zoom in on my feet, y'all. Okay. But yeah, thank you. This moment was so weird when I tell you, so weird. Tommy then asked Chaz, Chaz, you like heels? I noticed that Chaz and his brother like heels and nails. Y'all some weirdos. Y'all weird. Chaz was like, yeah, heels gets me sauced up. Does it? Ugh. Somebody said it in my comments. Chaz gives cereal offers vibe. Okay, y'all, if y'all know what I mean. Dexter. Okay, it's giving Dexter. It's giving You, the TV show. It's giving You vibe. Okay. Anyway, so they over there just lusting in their minds about feet and heels and Tommy, why? But for why? Anyway, we get to Chaz and Vanessa, girl. Vanessa, give Vanessa her flowers, no pun intended. Give Vanessa all of her unpetrified flowers because she handled this motherfucker with grace, with finesse. When I tell you, she spoke all of her words, okay? She said all of the things and left no crumbs, and I appreciated every moment of it. I really, truly did. Okay, so we get to Chaz, and Chaz said that he felt like he made things very clear and wasn't misleading anybody throughout this process. Okay. And Tommy asked Patrice, what made you want to be interested in Chaz so late in the process? Patrice says, I feel like Chaz prepared himself for a wife. I said, girl, Patrice is a pick me to me. With that being said, right? Patrice then says, when people make their decision, they make their decision based off of the things that they need, right? If they pick people, they picking the things that they need. So when I made my decision to go with Alonzo, it was a solid decision. Girl, was it a solid decision? Was it? I feel like that was a little low-key jab at Vanessa. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like Patrice is a pick me. Anyway, we're going to get back into a more solid reason as to why I feel that way. But I was like, girl, you think your choice, you choosing Alonzo was a solid decision? Girl, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. But anyway, so Vanessa says, Chaz says that he feels like he didn't mislead anybody and that he made things very clear he did not. And as we got closer and closer to the end of the process, it got even more and more blurred. And him saying that I was his number one connection meant less and less as we got further in the process. And Chaz says, other people saw that I cared about you deeply. Sir, it don't matter what other people saw. Vanessa needed to see that. And if she didn't see it, then sir, it wasn't being done. Okay. And he said, I'm not about to be trying to confess my love to you for the rest of my life. I said, sir, yeah, baby, it's giving Dexter vibe. It's giving a Dexter vibe. Okay. So he says, if I got the other women a dozen roses, I got you too. I said, he go with that same foolishness that he tried to pull at the table a couple episodes ago. I worship at your temple. Child, you don't go away from us with this. Okay. Anyway, so we talk about Chaz leaving the lake house and everything. And he said these women, they were following from room to room. I said, that's a lie. Wasn't nobody following you. Everybody was going down to get their food. Wasn't nobody even worried about you. The only person who even had an inkling that you was going through anything was Patrice. That was it. So he then tries to throw Vanessa under the bus and says, one of the things that I didn't like about Vanessa's check-in is that she was like, well, if we knew you were going home, then we would have never sent William home. I said, now, okay. Now I'm glad Vanessa was able to clarify. She said, if you could leave me and Patrice and Rashina with no notice, why would we want to send someone who actually wanted to be here home? If you didn't want to be here, we would have sent you home and left William, someone who actually wanted to stay. That made more sense. But the way Chaz tried to throw it up, he tried to make her seem like she was, I said, see, Chaz he crazy. They asked Rashina how she felt. She said she was bothered by Chaz leaving. Patrice, again, is a pick-me to me. She said, he rejected me coming to try to talk to him as well. But all I had to say was, can I pray for you? I was like, girl, anyway, whatever. Tommy says, so when you decided to end things with Vanessa. No, Tommy, no. You're not about to mess up the narrative. Vanessa decided to end things with Chaz. And that's a very important part that you are missing. I want to say that you purposely tried to mislead people with that information, but I don't know. So let's set the record straight. Vanessa said, no, nigga, I ain't checking for you. That's what happened. All right. I'm not interested. All right. No, thank you. Bye. That's exactly what Vanessa did. And so anyway, I don't know why I had so much bass in my voice with that one, but I was just very upset. Like, Tommy, don't be, give Vanessa credit where credit is due. Okay. She is the one that said, no, thank you, sir. All right. And in an effort to keep him from his face cracking, because he 100% thought Vanessa was going to be Boo Boo the Fool, he then pulls out this raggedy ass petrified flower. Okay. And Vanessa said, Tommy asked, how do you feel about the petrified flower? And she said, I didn't think it was nasty work or anything like that, but I did feel like it was unnecessary and intentionally hurtful. Chaz was like, I'm artistic. I'm a symbolic man. It's nothing for me to put a dead rose in some water. I'm poetic. Dexter. It's Dexter, y'all. It's girl, move away. go run. Okay. Don't give him nothing. All right. I don't change your name because something is not okay with him. All right. Anyway, Vanessa says that he tried to make it seem like I was unlovable, and that's not true. I am Absolutely, I am full of love, and and not without it. Okay. And she said the way that you intended for that flower to hit, it didn't hit the way you thought it did. Here go Chaz. You talked about my dog. You said that there was no way that you would ever like or love my dog. How would you feel if I thought about that with your kids? Kids, y'all get down in the comments and please tell me what you think. But kids and dogs are two different things, sweetie. I'm sorry. Children, like Vanessa said, come out of my body, and I've raised them for 16 years. They literally come out of my body. Okay. A dog, I'm sorry, I don't have a dog, and I don't want to seem heartless. They're so cute and precious and everything, but baby, that dog ain't gonna be there forever. It's gonna pass on, and you're gonna get you another one. Like, you own them. They're not. Anyway, but that's me. Y'all get down in the comments, tell me what y'all think about that. Dogs versus kids. It get people hot. At the end of the conversation, Chaz ultimately calls Vanessa a narcissist. The irony. Like, when I tell you, boy, who
Just, I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
oh my God. Alonzo is then defending Chaz, saying, I didn't feel like the petrified flower was anything. I feel like he was just expressing how he felt. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that deep. Of course, Alonzo, you a part of the fuckboy committee as well. Absolutely, you're going to think that there was nothing wrong with Chaz, giving that petrified flower. Of course, you're part of the fuckboy committee. Yeah, right. Anyway, so Chaz tells us that he found love, and that he set a date, and the woman that he was with, he met her prior to the process, and the woman was supportive of the process, to make sure that he was 100% sure once the process wrapped. He said, yes, why not? Let's do it. Y'all believe Chaz got a fiance? I don't believe it. I think he's lying. I think what he wanted to try to do was make Vanessa feel bad because he didn't think Vanessa was dating anybody, and he felt crunchy after. Y'all saw his face after we find out what we found out. We'll get into that. But I feel like he tried to make it seem like Vanessa was unlovable, and you're not lovable, but I am. I found love. I think you lying. I don't believe that you found anything or anybody because you were still flirting with people on the stage. I don't think so. You're lying. Personally, that's what I think. Anyway, and guess what? Our wonderful, illustrious host says nothing. He was like, let me just try to do the calculations on this. So that was 3 months. So nothing outside of that. That was it. Okay, sir. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. We get to the confessional booth. Vanessa says, you know what? Chaz did say that he had 11 connections. He told my sister, right? That makes sense, right? Patrice then says, I would have been hurt if somebody brought me that flower. And look at Alonzo. Here he go defending Chaz. Honestly, Patrice, something about her that I don't like. I don't like it. I really don't. Anyway, we get to Luron. I don't understand. I have questions. I got a question. Shout out to Miss Wanda. I got a question. Why were we not talking about how Luron called Maya a bitch? Why are we not talking about how Luron called Maya a bitch? And also, Maya, why the hell is the door open? Girl, just when I thought our self-esteem was being raised, girl, we still in the gutter, child. Oh my God, I hate it for us. I really do. Anyway, we find out that Luron tried to reach back out to Koshia and make some things pop off. Koshia was like, absolutely the fuck not. No. Okay. And again, we're seeing the same trends with Luron. The jealousy, I didn't like, because we recapped the whole pajama party, and that's the night I believe that Koshia gets voted off. And he's talking about, she's talking to other men, she's secretly dating other people. It's a dating show. He was like, she was on Hinge, she was doing this, that, and the third. She is single. She is not with you, okay? She is on a dating show. That is what it is. I didn't like the fact that Luron tried to shame her. I didn't like that. He was trying to make her seem like she was, a 403. I ain't like that. I didn't like that. And he also, again, the same traits, jealousy, all of this. I'm like, Maya, are you seeing this? The same complaints that you have about him are the same complaints that Koshia has. Girl, close the goddamn door. Girl, I don't understand. Whatever. I'm just over it. So, what I took away from this is that because Koshia shut Luron down, That's when Luron was like, well, let me try. Fuck it. I'll reach out to Maya and see if she gonna talk to me. Right? So Luron says, oh yeah, Maya dumped me. I said, girl, Maya, if you, girl, please. He said, I went back to partying for 2 or 3 weeks and, I felt sick. And so I reached out to Maya and I didn't think she was going to respond. Girl, that he's telling you that you should not have responded. Anyway, he said, I reached back out to her and she responded. And so we've been talking. Girl, the fuck for? I don't know. Anyway, we get to the whole text group chat situation. Dominique says that the group chat started as an extension of the men's lounge. Tommy said it wasn't supposed to be because everything that happened in the lounge stays in the lounge and that was it. Period. Okay. And so it was something for the men to have an upper hand on the women. And I said, see, you already fucking shit up. So was Dominique the one that started it? Child, this was a mess. Quiet as a cat. We're not going to act like every other season wasn't like this as well. It's just finally being exposed. But honestly, why? Like, anyway. So Will,
all of this, it's just
I don't even want to talk about this little boy. First of all, you know how little kids look when they done lied about something and they know they about to get exposed, so their eyes get big and they act like they don't know nothing. They're like, well, what did I say? Well, what did I do? Well, what did I do? Well, what happened? That's Will. That was Will. He was like, I don't know how I got pulled into this. I didn't have an alliance. I didn't have nothing. And it was like, no, you said in the group chat that you had an inside connect. You had an inside girl who was telling you everything about the group, about what the girls were saying. That's exactly what you said. He said, I didn't have no secret alliance with nobody. I only connected with one person. Yes, that one person that you had an alliance with. That literally, that's how it goes, buddy. Anyway, he was like, Mieka and Cole want the dude. They give Tommy the phone so he can read the text messages. Tommy reads the text messages and they say basically Mieka and Cole want the dudes with the most swag off the show. Most swag.
okay, girl, bye.
I don't even care no more. I'm tired. And they're trying to find the weakest link. You gotta understand the game. Some shit like that, right? And here go Will. I did say that. Nigga, just a minute ago you were saying I ain't say that. I don't know what was said. What was said? What did you say? What happened? What did you hear? What did you read? Right? Exactly. And here go Luron, like, yeah, I know you said it. Yes, exactly. You absolutely said it. Now Luron was on one. Cause I said, now Luron, at first I thought you was doing this so that you could have justice for Koshia, but no, you was just on one just so you could be about some fuckery. Period. Okay. Anyway, Luron calls out the fake chain. Here go Will with his hurt little fragile ego. Again, he is definitely a Kevin Samuels fresh and fit listener. He was like, well, I make more money than you IT professional. I said, first of all, don't be getting on IT people, because baby, IT be making some money. Depending on where you are and what you do, honey, they make money. So relax, okay? 1 and 2, the person who's talking about I make more money than you, you're poor. Yeah. Wherever Patrice said, whatever cot Patrice said he was sleeping on, that nigga sleeping on that cot down there somewhere in some empty house, in some model home he's sleeping in, baby. Anyway, Justin is fine as hell, y'all. But the fact that Mieka still don't want kids, Justin says he doesn't want to miss out on opportunity just because, she's got 90% of what I want, and children, I can compromise. He can compromise on that. Honestly, I feel him. I don't want no kids, so yeah, it's not a thing for me. But I also understand that if I were to get with somebody who wanted children, actually, no, I can't even do. I think kids, you got to really figure that out. That's a heavy one. That's a heavy one. I was gonna try to give it to him, but kids are a heavy one. Because if I got with somebody who wanted kids, because my boyfriend doesn't want kids either, I can't do it, sir. I don't want to do that. Especially if you're not somebody who. Especially if you're not someone who makes more money than I do, right? Because there's going to be a period of time where I'm not going to be able to work. Not because I can't, or not because because I'm physically probably not able to work. So I just, yeah, no. No, if you don't make more, and I mean tremendously more, so we can still have the same lifestyle while I'm out working, I'm not working and emotionally together, and girl, I'm over here describing a unicorn, girl. Hell no. I can't see a hell no. Hell no. Okay. Anyway, they're exclusive. Good for them. But y'all might want to revisit that kid situation because I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like out of all the men, Justin was probably the decent one. He seemed like he was the decent one. And the women in the background, they were like, yeah, he's been consistent the whole time. He's so sweet. He's always been that way. So good for Justin and Mieka. Anyway, so we do the wrap up. Everybody's back on stage. I don't know what was going on with Tommy. He kept asking Justin and Mieka, so what's next for y'all? So what's next for y'all? Leave them people alone. They done said they exclusive. What the hell else do you want? God damn it. Leave them kids alone. Leave them people alone. Anyway, Will says, yeah, I'm talking to a nice female. I said, oh, such a fuckboy. Shut your ass up. Then he was like, well, yeah, and I got one more. No, okay. All right, sir. Bye. Anyway, Lamar, I'm still on the market. You're going to be on the market for a long ass time, sir. Okay? You're going to die on the market, period. Anyway, Patrice and William say he trying to plan a little state fair. Honestly, that's who I feel like should have rode out into the sunset anyway. And that is my problem with the eliminations. Patrice and William should have been together. Chaz and Alonzo, neither one of them were any viable options at all. And so she had to pick from the bottom of the barrel and lesser of two evils. Girl, that is why I hate eliminations. Anyway, Vanessa and Dom have been dating, okay? And she was like, yeah, we've been dating since the beginning of the show. Like, we've been dating. Chaz over there looking real crunchy. I bet you are ugly. Ugly on the inside. He not cute to me either, but ugly specifically on the outside. I mean, inside. Anyway. Luron, talking about he don't want to get all soft in front of Maya, he don't want to say all what he want to say in front of. I said, no, he not ready. My grandma always said, if a man ain't ready to make a fool out of himself in front of you, to profess his love and to be about that life with you, then he ain't for real. If a man ain't trying to make a fool out of himself to be with you, to get next to you, to show you that you the one he want to be with, girl, And when I say make a fool out of himself, I mean swallow his pride. I mean, I don't give a damn what other people think about me. This is my woman. Child. When they have to get to that point. That's how you know they for real. If they not there, girl, he ain't for real. Move on. And the fact that he called you a bitch, girl, I still, girl. Girl, close that goddamn door. Why? Okay, I don't understand. Anyway, that's all. Praise God, y'all. Y'all watching that show with the people who haven't met each other and they're gonna be in one house. I will be reviewing that show. Like, it's gonna be interesting, at least something to talk about. But y'all, this elimination process, I think my biggest takeaway was that we do not need to eliminate people. We don't need to. We need to figure another way out. I mean, well, we do need to eliminate people, but I think elimination should happen after people start solidifying who they want to be with. That's where, yeah. Anyway, I have thoughts on that. And I don't have time because this video will be way longer than what it need to be. But if we eliminate people closer toward the end, yeah, that way you can act, because you can see the drama. You're going to be able to see drama. It's going to unfold. Even just the couples navigating each other. Anyway, the concept needs to be revamped because we're going to constantly keep getting these fuckboys and losers at the end. It's what it is. Because they're always, the strategy and all this foolishness that they showed us, this not nothing new. This been going on. Anyway, get out in the comments. Tell me what you think about the episode. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.